So in this video, I want to talk about bottom tier character, as this is a series that has now gotten a second season, and it's a series that I feel like is a bit of a hidden gem, because when the first season of the series came out, it got a lot of backlash about the first season, which I thought was really disappointing, because this is a series that I really love for a multitude of reasons. It's got good comedy, depending on what type of comedy you're into. I like some aspects of the comedy. Certain characters are silly, they're quirky, they put a smile on your face, so that's kind of like the comedy aspect to me. It's not like it makes you like bawl out laughing, say like 10 Minutes in the Shadow or something. But it's got some nice little smirky moments and some quirky characters. But then you've also got grounded characters as well that feel realistic. They have realistic issues going on in their lives, dramas that are going on, romances, and all these different layers to them, and how they're trying to live their day-to-day lives, and how they're trying to live in this social structure where they're trying to please friends, get a boyfriend or a girlfriend, get good grades, and have their own personal hobbies and stuff, but also adapt to hobbies that they feel that they need to do to stay and fit in. And I think it's just one of those animes that kind of fits the real school romance drama setting really well. But when it first came out, it got a lot of backlash because of, and I wouldn't say backlash in the sense of like controversial, but more just people just saying that they didn't like it, they thought it was cringy and just boring and that kind of stuff, mainly because of what it tried to do. It created a main character that has some social issues. He's a bit of a shut-in. He plays Super Smash, but it's called something else in the actual anime itself. And so to me, it's one of those like shut-in type of otakus in Japan, or just shut-in nerds for our kind of terminologies. And I feel like it's a realistic character. He has his social issues. He kind of, you know, personal hygiene, clothing, hair, it's all just kind of all over the place. And so to me, it felt like it was a grounded, good character that was well designed and fit into what it was trying to portray. But people kind of felt that that was cringy and horrible and all the rest. And to me, what I thought back then when I saw all those was that a lot of people probably saw themselves in that character and felt insecure, because the anime does call out some of the bad tropes that are in that, like the sort of a lack of social skills and not wanting to socialize and justifying that. And I think that probably upset a couple of anime fans that kind of saw themselves in that character and didn't like the way it didn't paint them as some perfect person. And I think, I understand it, I just don't agree with that mindset. But it's just one of those where I do feel like, you know, as we all go through those stages in lives where, yeah, we can be a little bit antisocial, a little bit difficult to deal with, and we kind of have bad hygiene and bad, I wouldn't say just social skills, but just dealing with things in general in life. And so the anime does call it out, and I think it might have triggered a couple of people that, again, saw themselves in that character. So when the anime then came out, a lot of people didn't want to watch it because of that. But for me personally, I'm willing to self-reflect on my own things. Yeah, I definitely would say I've gone through parts in my life where I've definitely had some terrible social skills and built up my social skills over the years, or just, you know, been lazy or something and just kind of lounged around in the house or something, playing video games for a week straight when something new comes out, and you're just like cramming into that game, playing it non-stop, and you realize that, hey, I've just turned into Asmongold and I need to actually have a shower before I start growing some cross. I'm joking there, but I'm being a little bit over dramatic, but for the comedy's sake. But it's just one of those where, you know, you play a game for a couple of days and you're like, oh, you know, maybe I should actually, you know, go in a shower and actually be somewhat more productive in life. I'm willing to self-reflect and laugh at myself at those and realize that, hey, you know, we all do stupid shit in our lives. But I think some people don't like that because, again, I mentioned before. But you see a character like him, and he goes through life, he makes new friends, he's building social structures, but I also think he's trying to do it in a way that makes sense to him. And that's one of the things that I really like about the anime, is you got this girl that's trying to sort of almost breed him into like a perfect like stud muffin, or like some stallion or animal, and like whip him into perfect shape to be that perfect pristine form that she wants to see. But he kind of sits there and goes, no, I want to be able to do what I enjoy and still be public about it, but also fit into social structures. And I think maybe that kind of reminds me of myself growing up, and maybe that's why I do like the anime. I grew up in high school where everyone kind of had those specific things that you had to like, and you couldn't like these things, and if you liked those weird things, you were a nerd and weird and cringy, and I just didn't care. I really didn't care, because at the end of the day, I thought those people were fake. because they were the ones liking things that probably they didn't really like because they wanted to fit in, and I wanted to enjoy what I wanted to enjoy and be able to talk to other people that also like those things. And yeah, you get shut off into nerd groups and all that kind of stuff. But as time has gone on, I think a lot more different hobbies and activities have become much more socially accepted, like MMOs, gaming, cards, whatever different types of variety. I'm just throwing all the different ones out there that some you may like, some you may not like. It's the same for me. I grew up really enjoying a lot of different types of video games, and anime is one of those things as well. But animes back in my day, when I was much younger, weren't really socially accepted, especially anime music and all that kind of stuff. It was kind of shunned and seen as weeby, cringy, and all that kind of stuff. So when I grew up, I kind of was very stubborn. I wanted to enjoy what I wanted to enjoy, and I didn't care if it meant that I didn't have as many friends, because what mattered to me was enjoying what I wanted to enjoy. So I built my own social circle, and as we grew up, you know, more people got into that kind of stuff, and my friendship circle grew. But I think also people matured as a whole, and I think that's great. And I think that's something that maybe the anime is trying to do, is have a main protagonist that wants to show, hey, I can enjoy what I want to enjoy, and I don't have to fit this perfect structure of social status. I can do these things while also having friends with other people that may like other stuff. And I think that's what the anime is trying to do, at least to me. I just like all the different characters. I like all the different social things that go on, all the dramas, and I like the way it also gamifies some aspects of it as well. Kind of reminds me of a couple of other animes like Gamers and all that, where they try and use gaming terminology. And it's a good way to kind of allow people that are watching the anime that might be also gamers to, you know, understand what some of these social aspects are. And I just think it's really creative. I think it's really cool, and I think the anime deserves more praise. But I've noticed with season 2 coming out, more people are vocally saying, hey, this is actually a good anime, you should actually watch it, it is based on a light novel. And I think that's nice, because I think a lot of people hated on it in season 1 prematurely, not understanding what the anime was trying to achieve. So to me, all I would say is, if you like something that I've just described, an anime that's got romance, drama, school setting, characters that are, you know, adapting to social situations, but also others that are in different hierarchies, and just all the different fun, complex systems with gaming terminologies used in it, I think this will be an anime for you. I think it's a really, really fun anime. And the fact is that it's getting a second season, it's airing right now, shows that it clearly has a lot of interest. And it is based on a light novel. I have read some of the light novel. I would love to get back into the light novels and do more light novel reviews and analysis, but that was one of the series that didn't do as well on the channel. But I might consider it. It might just depend on my Patreon members if they want to request it or not, and I might consider doing it on the channel. It's just something on the side that I do when I have spare time reading through the light novels. So I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think of bottom tier character? What does it make you think? What does it make you feel? Because I think it's just an anime that really hits on a lot of good notes, and people just saying, oh no, you can't do that because it relates to me too much, and people just not understanding the charismatic nature of the series as well. So again, love to ask you also, what do you think of the series? Have you read the light novels? Do you enjoy the light novels? And would you like to see me cover the light novels? Again, tell me in the comment section down below. So if you like this video, hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you beautiful nerds in the next video.